What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, oh my god, that was very a lot. I'm just super excited because I just finished playing with the Colourpop X Harry Potter collection. Of course, this was very magical, and of course, I'm gonna go through and swatch every single one of these shades so you'll see each one in action, and I'll do that right now. So I think the way that makes the most sense to swatch this would be going down instead of going this way. I think it'd just be a lot faster, and I think that'd be the easiest way to swatch everything. Starting off with the first one, we have Lumos, which is this super pretty white gold. Then we have Whomping Willow, which is this matte terracotta brown. We have Mandrake, which is a deeper tone. Pretty similar, but definitely deeper. Then we have Enchanted Keys, which is a very cool toned, kind of mushroomy color. I don't know if that's gonna show up on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it. And then we have Gillyweed, which is a really pretty white with green shift to it. And then the last color is Elderwood, which is this really cool toned gray color. That's it built up a little bit. This does not swatch the best, but definitely blended out really well on the eyes. So that is the first row going down. Next row, starting from the top, we have Floating Candles, which is a beautiful champagne gold color. We have Hufflepuff, which is a nice neutral yellow. That did not swatch very well. These colors aren't swatching very well, but they performed really well on the eye, which is weird. Then we have Invisibility Cloak, which is one of those mixture shades that they have together. It feels like they're super shock formula kind of, but that's that one right there. Then we have Patronus, which also feels like their super shock formula. It's a blue with silver glitter in it. Looks like it has a periwinkle kind of shift to it. Then we have Great Hall, which is just a pretty simple matte brown. And then at the bottom of the row, we have Hungarian Horntail, which is the beautiful green that I have on the center of my lid. So that is the second row all together. At the top, we have Marauder's Map, which is honestly just a very light taupey kind of color. I don't know if that's gonna show up on camera, but that's that one. Then we have Golden Snitch, which is just a really pretty gold color that swatched beautifully, feels really creamy. Then we have Butterbeer, which is a great copper. Again, swatches really well, looks really pretty. There's a little bit more sheer, I think, but really pretty on swatching. Then we have Forbidden Forest, which is a pressed glitter. So as you can see there, it's got a base and it has a bunch of glitter in it. It has green, red, gold. It has a lot of glitter reflex in here. And it also has these little, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but it's a little flakes of glitter, little strings of holographic glitter. That one's really pretty. Then we have Nimbus 2000, which is just a mossy green shimmer. And then on the bottom of the row, we have Sorting Hat, which is just a very mushroomy kind of gray color. Very matte, very soft. That is the third row. I just wanted to show closely Forbidden Forest color. I wonder if it'll pick up on camera. But it's got little almost tinsely glitter in it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I'll see in post. But I just wanted to show that. Well, that glitter definitely left my arm a little bit red. But last row, we have Liquid Luck, which is this really pretty squash yellow color that has this gold and yellow glitter mixed into it. It's really pretty. Looks really pretty on in person. Then we have Pumpkin Juice, which is this really nice orange color, again with gold and it looks like just gold glitter in it. Golden yellow glitter in it. So these are like matte shades that have like glitter in them, which is like nice. Then we have Gryffindor, which is like a true, like, I don't know, brick kind of color. Very Gryffindor. I mean, pretty spot on. Then we have Ravenclaw. This seems like it's a metallic formula, but it has a lot of glitter suspended. It has like green and like turquoise and like blue glitter suspended in it, but it is definitely has like a blue metallic base to it. Then we have Slytherin, which was the matte green. Hold on, this not swatch very well. The matte green. So it's funny because the mattes are not swatching well, but they definitely blend out really well, which is interesting to know. And then I already know this is not gonna swatch well, but the last shade in that is Dementor. Oh, it swatched pretty well actually, which is just a matte black. And that is the last row of the palette. Now I'm gonna swatch all 3 highlighters for you. So first off, we have Dobby. This is the packaging for Dobby. And then this is what the pan looks like. So it is their like super shock formula. So it is like bouncy. So I'm just going to swirl all of it together. Then we get something like that, very metallic. And that's gonna look like that. So it's a very, like, it looks almost like peachy on the skin, metallic. It's not really picking up that well. Next one is Buckbeak. This is the packaging for Buckbeak. So what it looks like up close. This definitely looks like more cool toned. Again, just swirl all together. That right here. Definitely a lot more metallic. I think it's because it has more of like that white base in there. Definitely more cool tone. Definitely picks up a little bit more pinky. And then Hedwig is the last one. This is the packaging for Hedwig. Really cute. And then this is what it looks like up close. So it's got like a mix of like purple and blue with a white base in there. So again, I'm just gonna swirl together. So yeah, it definitely picks up a lot more of like that white base, but definitely has that reflex of like that purple in it. But those are the 3 highlighters in the collection. And then again, this is like the outer. It's got a holographic shift to, oh yeah, you can see it there. Holographic shift to it, really pretty packaging. There's a whole collection behind this, of course, and I'll shoot up pictures of all of it, but my coworker Miranda actually bought all of this and let me borrow it for the video. So she bought the eyeshadow palette that you just saw swatches of. She also bought the 3 highlighters in the collection. This is all the outer packaging of the highlighters. Of course, so cute. In the collection, there is a few glosses and liquid eyeliners. At Ulta, we did not receive the eyeliners, and we did get a couple of the lip products. The lip balms smelled so weird, so just remorse there. One of the lip glosses that she did pick up was the Elle Lovegood lip gloss, and I'll show you how that looks. It's a very pretty like pink to purple shift to it. It's nice. I'm not going to swatch it because I know it's not going to pick up on camera. So I'm just going to leave that in the box here. But there's a few lip options, and of course I'll shoot those up as well. All in all, I love the collection. I think it's very like cohesive. It's very Harry Potter. Like if you're a fan, you definitely have to snatch this up. Either way, I did create this look preface. I mentioned in the video that I did take those like Harry Potter quizzes back in the day, and I am Slytherin, which, you know, if you know me, that wouldn't be a surprise to you at all. But I did a look inspired by my house, and I love the way it came out. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. So this is what the palette looks like. At this point in the introduction, I have already showed you all the shades and what the palette actually looks like. So we're just gonna move right into the eyeshadow look. So I put my brows on, kind of just like push them up and add a little bit of a pomade into them. But yeah, so we have, of course, the palette here. So we have the what are these called? Crests, I think, or whatever. But then we have the entire palette in this section. So we have a lot going on. I kind of want to do like my house. Like I definitely have done the like house quiz or whatever. And I am definitely like Slytherin, which if you know me, probably is not shocking. So I kind of want to do that. I think it's been a while since I've done green eyeshadow on my channel. So that'll be fun. So I think kind of the main attraction for the look will be the green matte, which is Slytherin. And then probably like this one, which is Hungarian Horntail. And then probably Nimbus 2000. Throw a little bit of that in it. But yeah, we got like a gray. There's a lot of pretty shades in this. And of course, like in the intro, I'm going to swatch the entire palette. And then you'll see everything in that. But so I think we're just gonna jump right in. To prime my eyelids, I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Vanilla. And yeah, I'm just gonna like put this all over the lid. I'm just gonna like build out the crease a little bit. I'm gonna take the Colourpop E17 brush. So I'm gonna first I'm just gonna like build out my crease a little bit slowly. So I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Enchanted Keys. And it's a little bit more of like a cool toned taupey shade. And I think that'll be great to like build the crease with. Okay, so then that might be a little bit too close to... Okay, so maybe this wasn't the right shade to go in initially. But we're just gonna match the other side. I think I'm just gonna go for it and dip into... It's kind of like, so this palette's a little bit awkward to hold because it opens. So normally I would hold it, you know, from like the bottom or something, but this makes it a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to see, like normally I would hold it like this, but since it's like this, I have no way to like really hold it. But I think I'm just gonna grab the Slytherin matte color and really kind of like blow that into the crease. Oh yeah, so that's gonna be like a good matte. And of course these are Colourpop shadows, so everything is blending and packing just amazingly. So I'm keeping that color a little bit right in the crease, not going like too high. Gonna go ahead and do the same on the other eye. Then I'm gonna grab this JH30 brush, which is a nice big fluffy brush. And I'm gonna dip into Hufflepuff. And I'm gonna go on top of the green Slytherin color and kind of just blend things out a little bit. Okay, so that blended things out really nicely. So you can see on this eye, everything is like diffused a little bit more and this side's a little bit more harsh. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So again, I'm just taking that color right on top and blending the Slytherin color. So yeah, I think that gradient just looks like really good. The like green to like yellow, they really like complement each other. And it really gives the green like a little bit more like depth. I feel like Slytherin is definitely like a emerald green, like a true emerald green color. So adding that Hufflepuff made it a little bit more, I guess a little less jewel toned, a little bit more just like green, you know? I do want to add a little bit of depth in the outer edge. So I think I'm gonna grab this matte gray, which is called Elder Wand. I'm gonna take that on this JH34 brush, which is just like a small blending brush. And I'm gonna feather that on the outer edge. And that'll give the Slytherin green color a little bit more depth as well. I'm actually gonna try and keep things a little bit tighter and not wing it out as much as I usually do. Yeah, I'm loving the way that matte gray took this because it turned the green almost a little bit more, I don't know, like it turned a little bit more like cool toned, which I think is so cool that it pulled that direction. Even though we have that Hufflepuff color, which is like very like warm, it's like a marigold like yellow. So I love that it kind of like turned it into like that direction. I think it's cool. I almost want to turn this into like a halo eye. Should I? I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to take Elder Wand again on the JH34. And I'm actually going to feather it right into the inner corner as well. And then I'm going to go back with the Colourpop E17 and kind of really saturate the brush. I'm going to tilt my head back and I'm going to kind of just reintroduce that green color. Going back with the JH30 into the Hufflepuff color again. And I'm holding the brush super far away to get less pressure. And I'm just going to like fan right on top of it to blend it. Okay, so I think I have the blend I want. And I don't want to add more color because I think it's going to start to get a little muddy. What I am going to do though is I'm going to take Hungarian Horntail, this nice color here. I'm going to take it on a flat brush. I'm going to take my little flat brush from the Lilo and Stitch collection. And I'm first going to load up my brush. I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus here and kind of give it a little spritzy spritz. I'm just going to add it to the... Ooh, my God, did you see that? That is gorge. That is literally gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely the move for sure. Like, look at that. Like, are you serious? Honestly, I'm like low-key speechless. Like, that looks so good. To blend the edges even further, I'm gonna take the color Nimbus 2000 on this JH40 brush, and I'm just going to take the tip of it and kind of just scratch the edges a little bit more, just to get even more of a blend. Because yeah, so the colors are pretty similar, but I feel like that'll just provide a little bit more blend, and then I can just go back right on top of it. Oh, I love the way this looks. I don't know if I want to add liquid liner or not. I feel like I should, but I don't know. We do have the color Dementor in the corner, so I don't know if I could just like smudge a little bit of that like on the lash line. I'm gonna take the Colourpop E6 brush, it's just like an angled brush, and dip into Dementor, which is a matte black. I'm just going to stamp it really close to my lash line. That way things don't get too out of hand, because I feel with, you know, liquid liner sometimes you can get pretty out of hand very quickly. So this will help kind of keep everything a little bit more grounded. There we go. That definitely helps a lot. So I'm gonna curl my lashes, add a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Wild Lash Mascara because it's got snakes on it, and we did like a Slytherin look, so it's only fitting that we do this one. And then of course we have to add a lash. So since we have a lot going on in the eye and I don't want to cover it up, I think I'm just gonna go with like a baby little lash. Thinking maybe like this top one from, this top one from Ayani. I've been using this multi-pack a lot. You've seen this multi-pack a couple times, but okay, so lashes are on and they're still a little bit too wispy for me. So I am just gonna throw like a little bit of mascara on top of them just to build them up a little bit more. There we go. So I just add a little bit more fullness to them. Yeah, definitely add a lot more fullness to them, so really happy with that. I feel like before I move on, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. So I'm going to take the Colourpop E22 brush, this little domed brush, and I'm going to grab the color Gillyweed, which looks like a reflective kind of like green color. So I'm going to put that right, really pigmented. I'm also gonna hit just like the right in the inner corner. This is kind of where I'm gonna stop with the eyes for the moment. I'm actually gonna throw on my entire base and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the complexion's on and I throw on some bronzer. I haven't thrown on blush yet because we have some highlighters that I'm very excited about. But let's finish out the eyes, shall we? I'm gonna take this JH37 brush, which is like the small smudger brush. I'm gonna take the color Slytherin again. And I'm going to, of course, put that all over my lower lash line. I'm definitely gonna smoke out the lower lash line with that Slytherin color. I'm gonna carry it all the way across. I am going to kind of really smoke this one out. I have the LA Girl Shockwave Metallic Eyeliner in Lullaby. And I'm gonna put that into my lash line and see how I feel about that, because I feel like I almost want to put something dark in there. Like, I want to put like a black in there, honestly. I really do. Yeah, see, that's not gonna do it for me. So I'm definitely gonna add a black in there. Feel like, so I'm gonna take this Clinique Cream Shaper for Eyes. This is just like a sharpened eye pencil. And it's a little bit more of like a dark charcoal. A little bit darker than a charcoal. Like, it's not like black, but it's not like charcoal. So I'm gonna take that into my waterline because I feel like that'll kind of tie things a little bit together. I look really washed out on camera. I feel like this color will kind of tie it a little bit better because it's not like black, but it's not gray. Like, I feel like that looks nice without it looking too like harsh on the lash line. Yeah, I'm very happy. Ooh, yes, I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna go back and reintroduce the Gillyweed color into like my inner corner because I feel like we lost a little bit of her, and now we can really like do it up a little bit more. Honestly, if I didn't have like a highlighter to put on, like I would definitely like just put this on as a highlighter. I think we're gonna wrap it up there with the eyes. Now, I love the way they look. I'm gonna put a little bottom lash mascara. This is the Clinique High Impact Extreme Mascara. And I've been loving this brush for like the lower lashes, because it really like grabs them. My bottom lashes are getting so long since I started using the Clinique Lash Serum. You're not technically supposed to use it on your bottom lashes, but I do. Oh, I love the eyes so much. I love the way this looks. So, like I showed you in the intro, we have 3 different highlighters in this collection. We have Dobby, which looks like this. So definitely a little bit more like of a neutral highlighter. We have Hedwig, which is this one right here. So this has like a purpley blue to it. And then we have Buckbeak, which is this right here. This one is definitely, I feel like, the prettiest one out of all of them. It's like a pink and white metallic color. But I think for my complexion, I'm gonna go with Dobby because it's a little bit more like champagne-y, really up my alley. So this is like their Super Shock like formula. So sometimes I feel like it is better to kind of go in with your fingers with these. Wait. Before we get into the application, we need to... Oh my god, that was so lame. Wait. Again. Yes. Going to kind of like swirl my finger in it and then kind of apply. I feel like this would work with a brush, but I think this is just like the best method because it's just like a cream essentially. With this formula, you definitely have to like press and then blend, because if you like wipe too much, you are gonna like move your foundation and stuff, because it is very, you know, it's a cream, so it's wet. They're definitely more like on the subtle side. Maybe I'm just like not using enough, but I think I'm just gonna slightly dip into Buckbeak because it actually is really pretty. Like, as you saw in the swatches, it is very pretty. So I'm just gonna like just like a little bit. Buckbeak is definitely like the prettiest of them all for sure. I think for blush, I'm just gonna take this Nabla blush and just kind of like dust a little bit of this on. Of course, in the intro, I shot up pictures of the whole collection, but this was the gloss. This is the gloss in Elle Lovegood. And it's a very pretty blue to purple shift to it. Of course, this is not gonna go with this look, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back in the box, but this is the like packaging for it. Super cute. Love all the packaging. They definitely went in like a chibi, like anime kind of like route with this, which I thought was interesting. But you know, I think I'm just gonna do my usual like nude lip. So I'm gonna take Wet n Wild lip liner in Chestnut. Every time I use this lip liner, I'm like, there's no way this is like $1. And then I'm just gonna take Laura Mercier blush lip gloss and just literally call that a day. So that is it for the look. So I'm definitely like living for this eyeshadow moment. Of course, the eyeshadow palette has so many shades in here. If you're like a Harry Potter fan, of course, you're gonna understand all the references in here. And as you saw like in the intro, I keep saying that, but like as you saw in the intro, of course, all of the colors are gonna be swatched so you can see all of them together. But it's a pretty good, I think, variation of color. And I think they really did a good job with this one. This is kind of like the most cohesive like collab, I think, that they've had with, you know, some that's not a celebrity, like a franchise, I guess you could say. I think all the artwork on everything is super cool. I think this is definitely like a fan, like if you're a fan of Harry Potter, if you're a collector of like collections, this is definitely something you'll have to like get your hands on. It is already launched, I believe, on Colourpop. If it's sold out there, then I believe it launches, by the time this video is up, it'll be launched on Ulta.com. So you'll be able to get it there. But I love the collection. I think everything, hands down, is just very like, I don't know if I showed you the outside, but this is the way the outside looks. Everything is just so, I feel like they actually thought about this. Like a lot of the times with Colourpop collections, you know, you kind of like look at the collection, you're like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, but seems like they kind of rushed it out. This one I feel like they did think of a little bit more, so it seemed like it made sense a lot more. So I love the collection all in all. But if you're going to snag it, tell me down below what you're like excited to buy or what you're excited to like get in your collection. Are you like a big Harry Potter fan? What house are you? Comment all of that down below. Don't forget to, of course, subscribe to my channel and give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.